Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and you know that we just gave away an R35 GT-R plus bonus cash, and the winner, Rocky from New York, he changed his life forever. The car was Bayside Blue, over 700 horses, shot flames, and looked absolutely stunning, dripping in carbon. Which, side note, if you want to get signed up for our next dual giveaway, well, I pinned to it in the first comment down below. But the R35, man, when that thing came out almost a decade ago, it was the last time that I really got excited about Nissan. And I want you to think back for a second. When was the last time that you were genuinely excited by Nissan? Yeah, crickets. And no, I'm not talking about nostalgic. I'm not talking ironic. I'm not talking that I loved that thing when I was younger. Yeah, the 370Z, baby. I mean, actually excited. Like, stop scrolling, lean forward, and this matters excited. Yeah, exactly. And that's why this announcement matters. I mean, Nissan just came out and said that they're going to double the NISMO lineup by the end of the decade. More performance cars, more motorsport involvement, a mysterious race-born sports car, factory restorations, heritage parts, the whole thing. And on paper, this sounds absolutely incredible. In reality, though, people immediately started laughing on the interwebs, and that's not because enthusiasts hate Nissan. Nah, it's because enthusiasts remember Nissan. So, let's break it down. I've done a couple of days of research, and according to the announcement, Nissan plans to grow NISMO from 5 models globally to 10 by 2028. They're targeting 150,000 NISMO sales per year. They want more of those sales outside Japan. They want more motorsports to feed production cars again. They want a race-developed sports car that evolves on track and eventually becomes a road car. The R36? If you're reading that as a headline, you think, okay, Nissan, they back, baby. And if you've been paying attention for the last 15 years, you think, okay, what does that actually all mean, Brad? Because here is the problem Nissan has right now. They don't actually have a credibility gap. They have a trust gap. People don't doubt that Nissan can build performance cars. They doubt that Nissan will follow through in a way that actually matters. And from everything that I've read, all the comments down below, well, that made it crystal clear. The most upvoted joke wasn't excitement, it was sarcasm. Oh, cool, a Nismo Z that costs way more for 20 extra horsepower. Awesome, another car we'll actually never get to see on the road. 60 grand for aero parts? Basically a body kit? That's not the comment section being toxic, that's just them being tired. Because Nissan has trained enthusiasts to expect one thing from Nismo in a modern era. Red accents, stiffer shocks, slightly louder exhaust. That's sus. And a massive price jump, which is not sus. Well, it's sus, but it happens. And really, not much else. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, though. The Nissan Z. This car should have been Nissan's redemption arc. New Z, twin turbo, V6, rear wheel drive, manual option, retro styling cues that I think looks so good. This was the easiest layup in the automotive world, and somehow, it's absolutely invisible. People, since it came out, have been arguing about performance numbers. They're debating lap times. They aren't even arguing about styling. They're just saying, have you ever seen one on the road? My neighbor has one, but he has never driven it. And I see more Lamborghinis than Nissan Zs. And that is devastating, because if you're Nissan and your Halo sports car is so rare that enthusiasts joke about it being a myth, that's not exclusivity, that's just failure. Then you add the NISMO version, more money, marginal gains, limited availability, an auto tragic, and the reaction wasn't, wow, it was, why? Why is it so expensive? Why is it barely faster? Why does it exist? And that's the theme that keeps coming up. Not anger, confusion. Now, Nissan says they're doubling NISMO. Okay, with what? I mean, in North America, NISMO currently means the Z in the Armada. Yeah, that's it. Japan, they get more, sure. Rogue NISMO, Aria NISMO, Skyline NISMO, Leaf NISMO, minivans with red stripes, things that technically count but don't emotionally register with any of us enthusiasts. That's where the skepticism comes in, because enthusiasts don't want NISMO to mean sports appearance package. They want it to mean something. Historically, it did. I mean, the Nissan GT-R didn't need defending. The old Z cars didn't need explaining. The Skyline didn't need marketing copy. They were built with intent. And now Nissan says they're building a race car first and turning it into a production model later. And that sounds like a GT-R successor, am I right? I mean, it sounds like a spiritual comeback but nobody believes it yet because Nissan has been here before. Remember the Heritage Parts program? Everyone, they were excited. Factory-backed restorations, genuine parts for R32s, R33s, R34s. Hooray! The promise of keeping icons alive. And what happened? Limited parts, high prices, scalper hoarding inventory, core components missing. Owners weren't celebrating. They were arguing with part counters and hoarders. So when Nissan says they're expanding restorations, now people don't say, finally, they say, prove it. That's the pattern. Every announcement sounds right. Every execution feels half finished. And enthusiasts reflect that fatigue perfectly. People aren't begging for a supercar, they're begging for focus. Bring back a real Sentra SER. Make a compact sports sedan that actually competes. Build something people can afford, buy, and actually drive. Instead, Nissan keeps floating ideas that feel disconnected from reality. And guys, real quick, Rocky from New York already drove off with the first GT-R and the bonus cash that changed his life. We literally flew him out here. He hung out with us for the whole weekend. We shipped his car back home to New York, and the dude had the time of his life. It genuinely changed everything for him. And now it's your turn. If you want a shot at winning your dream car plus bonus cash, hit the link in the pinned first comment right now. Now, back to the show. Electric Nismo supercar, ultra limited halo models, SUV performance trims. I mean, stuff that builds hype online but doesn't fix the core problem. And the core problem, it's super simple. Nissan doesn't know what Nismo is anymore. Is it for enthusiasts? Is it a lifestyle buyer? Is it global volume? Is it brand image? Because right now, it's trying to be all of them. And we all know that never works. Because let's talk about the graveyard of performance badges, because Nissan isn't alone here and they're going down a very slippery slope. The playbook, it's always the same. You create a performance vision, it earns respect, people trust the badge, the marketing gets involved. Take Mercedes-Benz, AMG. AMG used to mean one thing: big engines, real performance, no excuses. Then AMG line showed up. Suddenly every base model had sporty bumpers and red stitching. Now buyers don't know what that real one is anymore. That confusion hurt AMG more than it helped sales. BMW did the same thing with the BMW M. M cars were sacred. Fast, yes. Real M cars, no. M cars were sacred. Then came M performance. Fast, yes. Real M cars, nah. Now, everything is kind of M, which makes the actual M cars fight harder for relevance. Audi might be the worst offender, honestly. Audi Sport turned S-Line into a lifestyle package. Aggressive looks, fake exhaust, zero substance. RS cars are still great, but the badge fatigue is real. Ford learned this lesson the hard way as well. ST means chaos. Then ST line meant vibes. Buyers felt tricked and the RS disappeared entirely. Even Lexus stumbled. F-Sport looked fast but wasn't. Only when they separated real F cars from appearance packages did credibility come back. This is the pattern. Performance badges aren't trim levels, they're trust contracts. The moment people ask, is this a real one or just a badge? You have already lost. That's the danger zone that Nismo is walking straight into right now. Nissan is flirting with the same mistake. If Nismo becomes a badge you slap on everything, it becomes meaningless. If Nismo cars are rare, overpriced, and barely different, people stop caring. If Nismo doesn't clearly outperform the standard version in a way that you can feel and see, it's just merch. And people are fed up because, well, honestly, why wouldn't you be? People don't hate Nissan. They want Nissan to be cool again. That's why whenever I talk about an old Nissan on this channel, well, people start fantasizing and commenting about factory S13 resto mods. That's why people bring up old Z32s and SERs. That's why the jokes land, because there's disappointment underneath all of them. Nissan has one huge advantage right now, though. Expectations are, well, they're in the basement. And that's actually really good. If they dropped a legitimately great accessible performance car, not a six-figure halo, not a sticker package, not an EV experiment, people, well, they might lose their minds, kind of like with the STI coming back, you know? But doubling Nismo without redefining what Nismo actually is doesn't fix anything. It just adds noise, and that's the takeaway. This announcement, it isn't bad. It's just not convincing because car enthusiasts don't buy roadmaps. They buy cars. They don't care about targets. They care about results. They don't want mystery cars teased 4 years out. They want something that they can see, touch, drive, and actually afford. Until Nissan delivers that, every Nismo announcement will be met with the same reaction. A shrug, a joke, and a comment that starts with, I'll believe it when I see it. And honestly, that's fair because Nissan doesn't need more performance models. They need one undeniable one. And until that exists, doubling Nismo just sounds like doubling the confusion. Honestly, I hope I'm wrong, but Nissan doesn't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. They have to earn it back, and that's the real story here. Not the press release, not the targets, not the tease, the trust deficit. All right, that's it. If you agree or agree to disagree, well, let me know in the comments down below. And remember to go to winthisIdealCar.com to get entered to win your dream car plus cash just like Rocky did. We're dropping that real soon. Also, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out some of these vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. We'll catch you next week, and promise me one thing, keep living the ideal lifestyle.